Yo. I just saw CoinSpice Hayden showing how to split and sell your coins, which is awesome. Good job. The one thing you will not see, in my opinion, this is all satire, lies, and joke, that's my disclosure, is you will not see Jihan or Roger Ver sell any of their coins, or sell all their coins. How do I know that? We just went through it. It's all unfolding, but let's go backwards. If you go back to Jihan's most popular tweet is Bitcoin Cash has to learn a hard lesson, right? But you fast forward, people have short-term memories or whatever, and what do we actually find out? That when he says that, he means, hell, if I'm buying any BTC, I'm buying a shitload of BCH. So his words said one thing, and his actions did another. This is sandbagging, how the people that are not devs make money is the whole time. The miners mine BTC, basically a ghost ship, and they could buy BCH at a huge discount. They prefer 10 to 1, and over time they would just collect it. And by doing that, what's actually being accomplished is that they're getting a larger and larger piece of the pie of Bitcoin. So Roger Ver and Jihan will not be selling their DSV, as some people like to call it. Okay, but they will be saying, I may be selling it tomorrow, I might do that, that way they don't lose out. Because one thing they know, ask yourself right now, why are we having a hash war? Why is Roger Ver and Jihan spending countless dollars and quite possibly borrowing hash rate and from their pools, and what do you call it? They'll be refunding any difference in the BTC. And the problem with that is that the BTC, as they take hash rate out of it, it's cratering BTC's price. So the miners are being screwed. You know what I'm saying? We'll see as this goes on, as they bring hash power that comes from somewhere, right? It comes from BTC. And so it caves in. And because of the devs in ABC and Hayden and other, mostly Chris Picard and Jonathan, we've asked them thousands of times, after Chris's, Prakasha, whatever his name is, saying that miners are just janitors, right? You saw the video. And then before that, on the ABC team, as they were together, saying they do not choose. Now we fast forward to the hash war. Roger never said that. Roger, devs are the ones that don't understand anything in life. Do you know what I'm saying? They really, or they're being deceptive, but Chris is literally saying miners don't choose. The only one that is less technically smart is, which surprised the heck out of me, is Vin Armani. He's still saying it's community decides, it chooses. Even with the hash war going on, they're lucky Roger, Roger just must be going, dude, shut these guys up. They sound like kids. They don't understand a word. But Vin Armani also thinks it's the community. you know. And this is the type of stuff that, you know, is pathetic, you know. And you wonder why, you know, you have the big companies and whatnot all going with Craig Wright. You know, he's the superhero, you know, because they're thinking in billions, right? And InChain and Calvin or whatnot, they're thinking in trillions. Because the other thing that Chris Passe or whatever, also very, 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 very retarded person. Remember, they're the league of Vayner Money and then ABC and a little bit of Roger Ver. I would like to confirm it with him. Are in this thing. We don't believe in patents. Ask him again. Like, how are we going to deal with those? We don't believe in patents. That was kind of a stupid question. You know, that's the kind of response you get. Still, you know, I mean, with Vin, think of Vin as like the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm starting to understand, because the day after the fork, he was showing what they trying to do. What was his tweet? Hey, now without patents, we can go to gateway.cash and replace the money button. It's a competitor. You know, basically pushing. Now, okay, I see what they're saying. We're a knockoff bunch, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they want to be legal, you know. And Roger has to really think about this, you know. Because let's say I'm going to Walmart and I'm trying to sell them on the attributes of, I guess, SV now, because that's the one that doesn't have DSV. So okay, even in the technical department, did you hear Vin or Chris or Jonathan talk about during the hash war? You know, Craig is like, let's get this up. You know, we want the Amazons. We want everybody on board. We want millions of transactions. And they got tokenized, you know, with which is amazing, because that allows each country to put on exactly what their legal requirements are. It's all template formed. You know what I'm saying? And since it's on real Bitcoin, without DSV, without RBF, without SegWit or Lightning, boom. That's why, did I tell you that? This is what they're talking so much. Boom, 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 boom. Because, oh, shoot, without any of their special stuff, it won't right past their limit. It doubled their limit in the first week. CoinGeek did a 64 meg block. And they're not stopping there. They're going to keep on going. And so, boy, are people embarrassed right now. You know, so much so that, like, if you go to Chris Passe, I call him Picard, go to his tweets, he's now saying, well, we have more hash power. What? Hash power doesn't, they're just janitors. They don't choose. When I'm talking about ABC, Vayner Money, I'm talking about bad people, deceiving, twisting the truth. I don't think Vin will still say that hash power is what wins. 1,000 knockoffs. See, what are knockoffs? Litecoin's knockoff. Dash. You know, these are all, they took basically Bitcoin, most of it, and just cloned it. Do you know what I'm saying? They're very similar, you know. So it's not Nike, you know, it's Nike-ish, you know, knockoff, fakes. They're into fakes, cheap stuff, not the real deal. But the real deal, without DSV, the craziest part is, do they even realize what they're fighting for? What? All this money. Roger Ver, why? Remember, couldn't wait 3 months, split the whole community. For what? You're spending money, countless money, for what? Tell us why. Why? There's no reason why. SV's not adding anything that wasn't there before. They're just turning back on all the opcodes and raising the limits and let the thing, you know, pedal to the metal. You know, let's see this thing hum. And boy, Thousands of cryptos do not like that. They don't like the original code. Roger Ver, he's always been scared. Just as long as we don't run what's on the white paper, you know. He actually would say, "What does the white paper say?" and stuff. But when it came down to this time, nothing's there that's not on the white paper for SV, right? They're just turning. Remember, we had Core turning off all these levers, right? I don't know what this is for, turning off. I mean, because devs don't. You got to make sure they're, you know, they don't even know who decides. Can we get a coffee maker? I don't know. We don't know who decides. You know. Anyways, sorry. That just I just can't believe it. And you wonder why. Thank goodness. You know, who's the superhero? Craig Wright. Calvin Harris. You know, even though they talk rough, it's just because everybody's so backwards. It's not a mesh network. You know. 1 second. Almost time for dinner. Ooh. I'll be munching down. Well, I would say sorry for the interruption, but too good. Anyways, why? Why, Roger? Why? What are you going to pretend like DSV? Where did DSV come from? Remember, these people won't answer any questions. Before the hash war, take all the minutes of them responding to how great DSV is. I think you'll have under 10 minutes. Why are we having this a split in the community? You know, they're taking it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Remember, if they have any financial, if they're financially involved at all, let's say they have a wallet, let's say they're a developer, let's say they're an altcoin, let's say they're an exchange, any of that, then they've all decided to call the smartest guy in Bitcoin, which is Craig Wright, right? Without a doubt, fake Satoshi. He's not. He might be the smartest, but he's not quite as smart as Satoshi. So he's fake Satoshi, you know, or who knows, you know, because Wired and Gizmo said he was Satoshi and all that stuff years ago. So these are the same guys saying permissionless. We don't like to, you know. Our problem with SV is it's the original Bitcoin. We don't want, well, I can't say that. Well, we don't like Craig Wright. You know. He spent 6 months teaching us it's not a mesh network. Well, is it a mesh network? I don't want to talk about that. He is, what, killing everyone? You should go to their site. You probably haven't even heard of it yet. That has the real companies, not the knockoffs, not the cheapos, not like Bitcoin.com, which is like a BitPay clone. They don't make anything original. So let me just go here real quick. So if you want to know, like, is SV, do they even have any companies or any wallets or any of that stuff? Just go to bitcoinsv.io. You'll start to see what real developers, how they really do it, you know. They don't pretend like the community chooses or the development team chooses, you know. Okay, so here's what they don't like. Their wallets have been outdone by who? By Handcash, which is, these are all the SV ones. Centpy, Ferrari of wallets, you know, the most safe. CashPay wallet, get ready for that. Pixel wallet, ooh, that's new technology. It's all done in, basically you embed your stuff into a picture You can send a picture over the phone to someone. It's your key, wallet, and payment. You know, Bitcoin token, colored coins, Kryptonize it, BitTech, Bitcoin ATM, Cash Pay, $5, Honey Badger, YouTube 2.0, Keyport TV, which you use your hand cash. This is why hand cash is so dominant. They're so new that no one even understands. They're only on Android right now because it's still rolling out, you know. And so, like, if you want to send me money, you just send it to Jerry or whatever. Use a name. You don't use these stupid QRs and all this other stuff. It's light years ahead. Patented, protected, just like Money Button. Everybody knows about Lighthouse, tokenized, simple swap. Yours. What about Block Explorers? BestMiningPool.net, Bitfire.io, BCH, SVExplorer.com, SVBlock.com, Bitcoin Cash, SVChain.com. These are all explorers. Anyways, go to the site and you could. It's called BitcoinSV.io. And I'm not even going to go into the tokenized. They have blown everybody out of the water. I have to. James Belding has made Ethereum look like a toy, just broken in half. 200 countries, European Union, U.S., Asia, complies with all of them. All template, all so simple. No matter how stringent they want to make the contracts, the escrows for the housing, the banking, the trades on the Wall Street, it's all there, But when we go to a customer and say, hey, do you want to do this? Walmart. Okay, yeah, we need a lot bigger blocks, but we will have those. You see what I'm saying? Some of us don't like to overpromise and not be able to deliver. That's the problem with these people that haven't been in business all like that. You'd think Ben would understand at least that. Does he go to his customers and promise something, and then later we'll build it while they're, hey, go with us and we'll have bigger blocks by the time the contract rolls out? Wow, that's bad, So with these people that tell these lies, you have to find out what their service is and make sure you or someone you don't know does it, use them, because they're not always just lie about one thing and then all of a sudden their product is useful, or are they always trying to scam someone out of their... So here's what happens. There's incentive to invent and create and build. The only thing that stops that from economics is that, so you invent something, you test it, you market it, you bring it to, engineer it obviously, build it, bring it to market, and if it's a success, then you start making money, right? It's very expensive, and that's, if your stupid idea, 1 out of, depending on who it is, 1 out of 10, let's say good odds, goes, what they want is, the day after you sell it, you put Beanie Babies out after all that hard work. Knock it off. Make a fake one. That's like Vin Armani, big deal. He was just saying next day. Wait.cash is the knockoff bit. You see what I'm saying? The problem with that is, just let them knock it off, is, okay, now time goes on, I go, oh man, I want to invent a flying saucer. Wait a minute, why would I spend that money? It's much cheaper just to sit around and knock off people's stuff. So what you have is innovation stopping. See, devs don't understand economics. They'll never talk about this. Never, all they say is, I don't like patents. What they're really saying is, I want to steal people's patents. Vin, don't steal people's patents, dude. They're ideas. Looks like you're smart enough to steal people's stuff and they won't know. That's, messed up, I think. or at least Chris and Armory. You know, the other thing that devs don't understand this: the white paper is instructions. Don't think of it as like a Bible. Do you know what I'm saying? It's more like the second law of thermodynamics. It tells you, and let's say in this case, what Bitcoin's going to do. Or let's say a car manual, right? And the car goes 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. It's not because they wrote it in the paper of the manual that it does that. The car does that, and the manual is basically just saying what this is going to do or what this should do if everything is let be. You know what I'm saying? You put the right gasoline in it. You don't change the engine. You don't add DSV. You don't add replace by fee so just rich people can do it, or SegWit. But people are so backwards on this white paper. The white paper is just the written part of how Bitcoin works and how it plays out. That's why this, you know, hey, we won the hash battle. This can't be tricked. It can't be, you know, either it works or it doesn't. Do you know what I'm saying? But what happens is people are, the power of it by leaving it alone, like you'll see, really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what exchanges do or what anyone does, because it's just going to power, it's going to eat through it and chop through it, you know? And you don't think one person's going to step out of line and make an exchange? Then you're crazy, you know? And don't listen to the people that don't show you. You're work for Roger Ver Bitcoin. Hey Roger, can we see your trade? Did you trade it in? Get back to work. Get back to work. You know, remember like no Hoidle. Hey Roger, did you sell your coins? Get back to work. Get back to work. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't Hoidle. It's only the best instrument, you know, for the last 10 years. Beat Wall Street, gold, bonds, NASDAQ, NYSE, you know, everything on it, you know. No, don't Hoidle. Just keep it moving. We got to keep things. What is going on? What is going on? So if you are going to trade your ABC for SV, wait till Roger and Jihan dump theirs. Okay? It's just my opinion, because that will be, you'll get a much higher percentage. Like I said before, I think they're just conning the people below them. I don't think they're going to be selling. Maybe they'll sell 1,000 or something. Not going to sell. Jihan's not going to sell 1 million PC. What do you call it? SVs. In fact, he'll probably be saying the same thing. BCH has to learn a hard lesson, because what devs do is they listen to people's words, not their actions. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not stupid fools. They're just out of their league. You know. But ABC team is not even, they're not even logical. It doesn't even make any sense. That's why it's just too easy, you know. So this hash war, this has been over since BCH was created. You know. And good luck. I never sell, so I'll have both. But if I were going to do something, I'd wait till they dump and then put new cash, because you don't want to trigger anything. Well, I don't know what your personal thing is, but ask the people you're talking to. Ask them, why do we split? For what, DSV? We split the whole community. Remember, whatever, it's like, just wait 3 months and we could all be friends and whatever. Nope. Because Tokenize came out. It proved that Ethereum is now worthless, right? And Bitcoin, BTC is worthless. You know, you don't think these dev teams, when they set their miners, are too stupid? We have to set their thing at what, 32? Oh, they can go through and somehow rewire it and redo it, but we still want our control, you know. And what do we say? SegWit was a virus, right? What is it? It's a virus. And DSV is a virus. What happened on the 15th? Something happened over at ABC, because scheduled upgrades every, 6 months? Once you get a virus, you can't get rid of it. It attacks. I don't think they understood that. That's why within a couple of days, boom, let's fix this. Who knows? They don't talk, out to the public. Another upgrade or fork, the same thing. Sorry, you got the virus, my friend. A couple days later, another. We're putting more. What was the funny thing? Check stops every 10. So it doesn't go back to the Genesis. They're so screwed. Now they're not even close to Bitcoin. Now they're screwed, and everybody's catching on. And they're still saying we got more hash power, which they've taken from BTC, cradled the market. Roger is literally doing just as Craig wanted. They're getting pot committed and getting rid of it. Because here's why, Calvin and Craig are like superheroes, because the 1,000 altcoins were ripping people's money off. It basically was just a bunch of people stealing money and saying things they weren't going to do, and I guess you got to put your money where your mouth is, and Craig and Calvin done that. You know what I'm saying? Superheroes, like in real life, spending hundreds of millions of dollars to stop the market. See how it's crumbling? Mars coin. People give money. And just because people are not as smart as you doesn't mean you could just steal their money. Sorry, Vin. Not okay. So, but at the same time, a superhero is taking on 1,000 coins. Have you ever heard so much? I hate Craig. He is the worst. Why? Why? Because he's taking all their scams down. The ones that cry the loudest are the ones that are the most scam. You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking, the day of, hey, let's use knockoff gate.cash instead of money button. We could just rip off Ryan X Charles. There's no such thing as patents. See, Roger's going to have tough sales when he goes to these companies from now on. And when we go, we're going to go, yeah, we're the ones that are legal. They're the one in violation. And he's going to go, well, that's still in court. We're not technically in violation. In Uganda, we're not illegal. But look, if we just say that our business is out of Uganda, we're still kind of legal. If you don't read the international laws and all that. And we go, less than a penny. The biggest blocks, world record, with none of these stupid ass DSV and none of it. None of this Ethereum. None of this. Just back to Bitcoin original. These are all facts. I mean, it's a fact. Chris Picard is a liar. A liar. ABC's Roger won't tell us what's so nice about SV. Why it's worth cratering the whole market and bringing over a bunch of whole hash power. Craig is a jerk. Remember, let me tell you a little secret. When anyone tells me that my product's a piece of shit, it's my human reaction to think they're a jerk instead of looking at my product as being a piece of crap, which it probably is. You see what I'm saying? They all hate him because he's saying your stuff is garbage. You're just this. We're cutting out the middleman, not bringing in Liquid or Lightning or DSV now. Which, well, remember, they knock off and copy stuff. Even DSV itself. Where did Armory come with that? All the way back to the Virus Man or Blockstream, right? And anyone who's ever been on the market or Wall Street, or is there a company worse than Blockstream? Can you please name it? Is there a CEO that would survive losing 5% market share, 10%? Never mind. These are just crazy. And who chooses? Just ask him. If you ever need a lie detector test, just ask him. Okay, so do the miners choose now? And now you have the facts. You know, 1 month. I'm going to CoinGeek here. I'm leaving here tomorrow, or 2 days. Not today, but tomorrow. But after a month, and have our also, what do you call it? Right now, you got to get Jihan and Roger. They got to get sucked in slowly, pot committed, right? And then that's the gambling thing. See what I'm saying? Don't know what they're playing for. They're just got to keep that little, what do you call it? The prize is right out of reach, right? One more cha-ching, and I'll be the winner. One more cha-ching, and I can't stop now. Too much pot committed. This is what Vin doesn't understand. And he's from Vegas. What are you fighting for? Why all the lies? What are they needed for? You know, I don't know. What's the other knockoff? Dash? They weren't first. Bitcoin was. They're more. You get around the government. You know, Trump's too smart. For, you know, or whoever is in these people think they just break the laws. And yes, what are their big thing? The porno industry is $1 billion industry, but we're talking $1 trillion industry. Babies, look at the billions. You know what I'm saying? But ask them, what do we split for? Because we don't know. The SB side. Anyways.
What are you called?
Jake Sully.
Why did you come to us?
And to learn.
We have tried to teach all the sky people. It is hard to fill a cup which is already full.
My cup is empty. Trust me.